presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. On the first tee, the next to last pairing here in our all-time greats Open Championship, Dustin Johnson, who was 2 shots behind Bruce Koepka. Wow, what an opening. Dustin Johnson is 2 shots behind Brooks Koepka and 1 behind Bobby Jones. And they await at the practice green for this group to tee off. Johnson, 2 back as we start the last round. 20-yard right to left crosswind. Johnson looking to get off to a good start. The first, which is played pretty much at par all week, is playing at 4.13 for a stroke average today. And he hit that a mile long. He hits it 350 yards and drives it through the fairway. But he should be able to get a wedge in there close for possibly a birdie here on the first hole. Now Peter Thompson going to play a 3-wood here. Thompson, a 5-time British Open champion, is 5 back, but if you've guessed that the winds are strong today, congratulations, give yourself a cookie. And Peter Thompson, with his experience on links courses and bad weather, could be the one holding the claret jug by the time that we're done in a couple hours. And that stayed right all the way and bounced into the rough. So neither golfer has made the fairway on the first tee. And good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program where we hope to be a championship afternoon of golf here on Retro Sports Network. Brooks Koepka and Bobby Jones still await to play their first holes. The winds and course conditions are pretty much the same as they were if you were with us yesterday. The course is playing hard, the greens are playing fast, and the wind is blowing out of the north. This is going to be a bear of a round of golf. How hard is it going to be? Well, first of all, let's show you how we got here to the last day, and then the current championship leaderboard, shall we? We started with rough conditions on the first day, and Dustin Johnson took advantage of them. A 3-under 67 on Thursday tied him with Vijay Singh, who played the weekend, but really wasn't in much contention. At 2-under par, Julius Boros, George Archer, the Scotsman Jack White, and 1 Tom Watson. Again, fantastic scores, and we'll show you why in a moment. 8 golfers were tied at 1 under. And then came the round when the rains came and the wind died and records fell. Dustin Johnson led through 36 holes at 8 under. He shoots a 65 on Friday. Arnold Palmer, a major championship all-time record of 61 to get to 8 under. And then Brooks Koepka at 62 to get to 7 under. He and Lee Trevino would play yesterday. Trevino also shooting a 62 for 7 under. Rory McIlroy, a 64 to get to 6 under. And yep, George Archer, along with a gaggle of others, at 6 under par heading in the weekend. But the winds blew. The seas were rough, cats and dogs together, except if you were on the lead of the leaderboard, as Brooks Koepka shoots a 65 to shoot to 12 under par. Bobby Jones, who went out early, goes at one point, he was looking for a 63. Bogeys at 16 and 17, and then a birdie at 18 had him at 11 under par, 1 back. That got him in the last group. Dustin Johnson, a 2 under 68, gets him to 10, 2 back, and then the rest of the field. Peter Thompson, whose name I spelt wrong on yesterday's leaderboard, a 1 under 69 for 7 under par. Palmer, playing like a mere mortal, a 1 over 71, had him in at 7 under. And Julius Boros The lone golfer at 6 under par at 69. But as we said, the winds are up again today. The course is playing very difficult. But as we take a live look of the leaderboard, this is it. There's only 7 golfers at 6 under or better. A good start for Rory McIlroy. He is under par and is through 8 holes. He is 6 under par. Julius Boros pars at 1 and 2. He remains at 6 under. Arnold Palmer spit one back to the field. He is at 6 under. You will see Dustin Johnson and Peter Thompson, at least until one of them kind of fades. They are on the first fairway, as you saw. And then the last group, Brooks Koepka and Bobby Jones. And in these conditions, you would think that Koepka, Jones, or Johnson is going to be the Open champion unless Thompson can do something. Palmer and Boros have the next best chance. And McIlroy, I just kind of wonder if he's got enough holes. But he's going to get the chance to post. And so that may be what we're shooting at the rest of the afternoon. How difficult has this course played? Well, Thursday, this is a par 70, and so Thursday it played at 72.97, or 3 shots over par. Friday, when everyone was on Cliff Richard's summer holiday, 68.06, 2 under par. Everybody was working for the weekend. Yesterday, we settled in at 73.11, 3 over par, and today, with all but the best players on the course, 73.27. So, yep, the weekend, the average score is going to be about 6 over par. And that's how we got here. And so let's rejoin our next to last group on the first fairway. And we say good morning to Mr. Max Cornelius. How are you? I hit this button. Good morning to Alberta. How are you? Peter Thompson, 10-yard crosswind from right to left. He's in the rough. And sadly between clubs. I'm doing fine, Max. So that's how we got here. Now, Thompson, actually, it's going to roll, isn't it? These greens are fast and firm, which is how you end up with 73 for a scoring average in a par 70. Now, Johnson. It's going to be important to get a couple early pars here for Dustin, in hopes that Koepka kind of buckles under the pressure. But he's going to, this green slopes from front to back, and so this will be a downhiller. He hopes to leave it about 3 yards short and let the ball matriculate towards the hole. Well, he'll take that. That'll be for birdie from about 10 feet, about the best he could do. Thompson will punch this up the hill, see if he can get it close for par. Well, he got too much ball. Stops about 5 feet, and that's what he'll have for an opening 4. Now, Dustin Johnson, this would tie him with Bobby Jones for second place. 11-36 chance. Johnson, you look at the card in the bottom right there, and in the second column, next to his picture in the flag, it says the quick play. Short putt, -2. That's not good. So if you get the dreaded 2-4 roll, there's a hidden dice roll, and he would miss that putt with anything less than a 6. Not good. Well, it won't matter, will it? He rolls the red 2 and the white 5, and Dustin Johnson is now 1 back through 1 hole. Thompson, 6 feet for par. And boxcars will, or snake eyes will do that. So this next to last group moves to the second hole. playing at 4.24. This was a birdie hole the first 3 days. Today it is not. And in fact, Johnson's going to lose 15 yards off the tee and 20 yards right to left. Watch what this ball does. Those bunkers you see on the left there, they're going to come into play. No matter how far to the right Johnson aims. And so, Mr. Waterfield, yes, I'm not aiming at the bunkers. He might find them anyway. Johnson, by the way, rounds of 67 in the wind, 65 on Friday when the course played well, and 68 yesterday. He's getting on greens and putting well. And that's how you're 11 under par. He hit that 47 yards to the left. And the good news is he's got the wedge in his hand. And the bad news is he's in the hayfield again. Now Thompson. In the fairway, 129, that's the place to be. Thompson, it just may be that 18 pars for Thompson could do it. He plays first, 128, going to lose 5 for yardage, and right to left 10, so he's going to aim it to the right and hope to put this on the center of the green. He's got a full sand wedge here. And that thing stuck like a dart. He got no roll whatsoever. He played the shot right, but he didn't get any bonus off the hard green. Now here's Johnson. Aiming to the left of the hole. Hole slopes from left to right. And again, it will depend on how much grass gets in the way between the pitching wedge and the ball. And that is about as well as you could be expected. He'll take that, take his 2 par, and run. Now Thompson, 51 feet for birdie. This will be a lag all the way. Just get your par and go. And 3 feet, he should be able to make that. Johnson with the birdie on 1 will lag. This one is just going to run like a son of a gun. And he judged it very well. And Thompson makes his par 2. So, the last group goes off. Brooks Koepka. Rounds of 71, 62, and an amazing 65 in the wind yesterday. He is driving the ball well. He is 3rd in greens in regulation, and he is 11th in putting. Three wood. And the wind just ripped it around, kind of like Godzilla. He's in the fescue. I doubt he'll be able to get home in 2. Now Bobby Jones, the first ever Grand Slam winner. Jones will play the driver. Jones won his Grand Slam in 1929 when it consisted of the U.S. Amateur and Open and the British Amateur and Open. And he won them, obviously, as an amateur. Hits a right bounce, and he's got 147 to the pin. Now, Koepka cannot get there. Going to play a 7-iron. and hope that he leaves it short of the bunkers. George Archer to 7 under, 5 back. Tom Watson is at 5 under through 7 for the championship. And Vijay Singh. But par is getting closer and closer and closer. Yeah, he left it short of the bunkers. It's all he could do with that 7 iron. Made good contact, up and down for par. Now Jones, currently tied for second. Pitching wedge. Going for the center of the green. Not too much ball. Hit it too hard, but 30 feet for par. 2-putt par. All right, Koepka has the advantage. He's got a ton of green to work with. And it rolls away from him. So if he can just land this on here, he just wants to get it close. Oh, he chunked it. He got the run, but he couldn't. But he chunked it. He's got 20 some odd feet for par. Jones can hold us on a lag, so he will. This is, for the moment, to get him into the share of the lead at 12 under par. Nope, 2 feet short. He'll take that. And now here's Koepka. First huge putt of the day for him is to preserve his lead. He's got a 7 in 36 chance of making this from 19 feet down the hill, and too much speed, 4 feet. So this is to now stay in a 3-way tie with Dustin Johnson and Bobby Jones. Yes. So that took all of the hole, didn't it? We go to 3, and we got 3 in the lead. And Dustin, oh my gosh. The third hole, a 255-yard par 3 today, playing to a stroke average of 347. 20 yards into the wind, and a crosswind of 10 right to left. If you haven't been with us the first 3 days, this really is a power course. It might play to 7,211 yards, but with this wind, you're going to notice that it's the longer hitters, Bobby Jones, Dustin Johnson, and Brooks Koepka, who are playing for the championship. Cotter Ridge, 60 feet, safely on. Thompson. A 3 wood to a par 3. Good luck holding the green. Crossed him up a bit. 27 yards. That green sits in a hollow, so Thompson needs to lean it on. Good news is that the ball once he hits the green, it's uphill. Just don't run it by. Oh no. They got 20 feet for par. Dustin Johnson, 58 feet for a solo lead. Do I dare? Do I dare go for this? No. No. At 3-4-7, you just play for your par. He would have made it. He would have made it. Oh my gosh. Thompson, 11 for 36. You know, you just do those things and You know, the one time you go for it, he blows it 20 feet past, you know? Thompson with the bogey, he goes to 6 under. So here's the last group of the day on 2. Bobby Jones driver in his hand. That bunker in the middle of the fairway is not in play. It's those 2 on the left that are. Crowd likes it, as they should. How you doing, Super Bowl tournament? So Bobby Jones is 117 to the pin. Koepka coming off his bogey at 1. Well, there were worse shots. That did not go from right to left. He does not have a good lie. He will aim it to the rough here. This is so tricky. And again, you know, I've made this point before. It all depends on how thick the grass is and how much it grabs around the hosel or the heel of the club. And in his case, that's actually not a bad shot. It did interfere, but it didn't fly. Now Jones. Jones can spin a wedgie in. And he's looking a yard left of the hole. And that's for a solo lead. So Bobby hit that one dead solid perfect. And now Koepka. He's playing this well past the hole and hoping the slope slows it down. Yeah, that's how you do it. Beautiful read. Yeah, I think Bobby Jones is a safe bet, don't you? 10 feet, solo lead for Jones. 13 and 36 chance, and 13's a prime number. I don't need to do any math here. For 12 under in the lead. Oh. It kissed the hole and didn't like it. Yeah, Koepka's been wonderful, hasn't he? For par, 3 feet. Ricky Keeler picking the sucking out thing. Every time I go out, it sucks me back in. Yep, exactly. Archer's 3 back through 7 holes, but the championship is Johnson, Jones, and Koepka. McIlroy gave up a shot. Arnold Palmer, another great finish. We'll see if Archer can actually do something here, but he's still 3 back of the trio. So we go to the 4th in this heavy wind. Look at that. It's playing at 4.56. So if you somehow get a birdie on this 495-yard par 4 4th hole, you've stolen $1 billion from Mark Zuckerman or Zuckerberg. Remember, there is a tall mound from the tee, so this is pretty much a blind shot. And Dustin's going to hit this for all Wayne Gretzky's worth. And he pulls it off. Oh, what a shot by Johnson. Somehow he hit that 312 yards. On a day where shorter hitters, I don't think, can reach the fairway. Jamie, that was a huge smash. I mean, that's a Foster Brooks smash. I'm not sure Peter Thompson, who's going to lose 30 yards off the tee here, could even hope to hit it like that. Oh my goodness. If Thompson takes another bogey, we'll just make sure that Johnson gets played and Thompson does not. See, that's what I thought would happen. You're just not going to be able to smash it. In fact, the wind came up so much for Thompson, it shorted his drive 42 yards. He hit it looked good off the tee. There just was no place to put it. So he's in the fescue from 254. He can't even come close to getting there. He's got a 7-iron in his hand. That is a good golf shot. He's got 100 to get up and down for par. I will tell you that Jack Nicklaus broke 80 today. The wrong way. Now Johnson playing 5 yards right to left. And minus 20, so he's going to play a 6. I can't imagine many players hit their approach shot with a mid-iron on this hole today. He's got a birdie putt. I'm not promising to eat any headwear because that's the day I would. So 18 feet or so for Dustin Johnson. Let's take a look at the green. You don't want to miss this left. It severely slopes. The pin is center cut, but dangerously close to that cliff's edge. Today's Earl Weaver Baseball features the 77 Yankees at the 75 Red Sox from Fenway Park. Thompson has just hit that too hard. He's got 20 plus feet. Well, 20 feet for par. And he's got a 1 in 4 chance to do this. By the way, if you're wondering about the Earl Weaver game today, it's Don Gullett, because it's a 77 Yankees, against Rick Wise. Over, under, and strikeouts in that game I've got for 5 for both pitchers combined. All right, Thompson for par to stay at 6 and to have any chance to contend. He gave it a good run. It kissed it, but he didn't like it. So Dustin Johnson, a 1 in 4 chance. This is for the solo lead at 12 under. Oh, he read that well. And even that one kind of had the yippies. No score after 2, by the way, in the baseball game. All right, let's take Johnson. So there's the leaderboard. Archer at 8 under. Still 3 back. All right, Bobby Jones here. A 3-wood. The Abaga. By the way, Andy Ballgame, if he comes in from Alaska, thank you very much for the gifted game on Steam. I'm going to take some time to play that this afternoon when I wake up from my nap. And The Haunted 687 used his Twitch Prime to subscribe to the channel. Didn't cost him a dime. So if you have Twitch Prime and haven't used it on someone else's worthy account, and if you have, super, you can use it here, and it won't cost you a blessed thing. He also followed the channel, so thank you very much. All right, with that out of the way, Jones with the 3-wood. And he pushed that left And he's going to have to get up and down from 25 yards. And now the cupcake. To the right rough, a 3-wood. This might be too much club. He's in between again. Pushes it right into the rough. Wasn't too hard. It was the right shot. He just lost it. So Bobby Jones, oh goodness, has to pitch it down the hollow, onto the green, and past the hole. And he's going to go on the second chart here because it's a tough wedge shot. Good luck, Bobby. Brutal for Jones is an understatement here, as he's got 30 feet for par. And so 3 is probably about to become 2. But let's see what Kupka's got. He is coming down the other side of that hollow, but has a much better look at the green, and it will run up the hill. So let's see what kind of short game Mr. Brooks has. And as Ricky says, you know, you can't, that's how you do it. So he's going to tap in for par here on 3. Jones can still make this with a lag. This is to stay at 11 under and that 3-way share of the lead. And he didn't put enough speed on it, and he's got 3 feet for bogey. Now, Koepka, 3 feet for par. So he stays in the lead, or a share of the lead, at 11 under. And this is to get to 10 under. And that's how you do it, boys and girls. So Jones 1 back. And, oops. And I flopped this one up. Well, bear with me a second. No. Alright, this is what I wanted to show you. If we do have a playoff, it'll be 9 holes, Monday night, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network. We'll play the backside, and if we go to sudden death, then it'll be, we'll play 1 through 9 until we get a champion. So 7:30 tomorrow night, right here on twitch.tv/Retro Sports Network. All right, to the 5th hole. And the first one is going to play downwind for these Bombers. First side of the sea. 20 yards downwind, right to left at 5. And DJ's going to play a 6-iron. Gull is 4K. I'm surprised. No score after 3 in the baseball game. .210, but it's downwind. The computer will play Peter Thompson, who goes for the driver. See, he just take the chance to put it in the fescue. DJ 210. And a plain 8-iron. Get this close. Co-leader. Boy, that didn't get any roll at all, did it? That stuck. Got 12 yards. About 2 putts for par. That's why I don't like playing out that fescue stuff. Thompson hit a chunk shot, missed the green, and it almost rolled all the way out the fairway. So he has 9 feet for par. Johnson. All right, I'm going to go for this, but if I miss by 20 feet, I'm blaming somebody else. He gave that a very, very good run. And he taps in for his par on 5. Blame you. Well, it kind of worked, so I won't blame you. Peter Thompson, though, falls to 4 under. It is just going to be one of those days. So back to the 4th tee. Koepka, like Dustin Johnson, he can bomb this. I'm not sure, although Bobby Jones is pretty long. Let's see. First up, yep. Brooks makes the fairway. 2:06 to go. That's a big drive. Now, coming off the bogey at 3, Jones takes an extra moment here to compose himself. He wasn't sure for a moment. It skips on the fairway and nestles in 221 away. So both of those drives find the short grass. 221 for Jones, playing right to left at 5. They're all normalized, so everybody's playing with current equipment. Going after this with a 4-iron. Yeah, I'm not sure you can make Persimmon hard enough for that swing. And as soon as we say that, he gets crossed up on the 4-iron, and he's got 50 yards in the rough to get up and down. Bobby takes a puff of a cigarette and gets out of Koepka's way here. Five-iron. Jim Rice would break bats on check swings. He swung it so hard. That was a Ted Williams when they were doing the All-Star game in '99 in Boston. Was asking Tony Gwynn if you could smell wood when smell burning wood when you make contact, and Gwynn said, "Oh yeah," and so did Wade Boggs. Uh-oh. Dustin Johnson may be the solo leader here in a moment, as Koepka has missed that one 35 yards from the pin to the left. Jones is going to play this 3 yards left of the pin. Hopes to catch the right side of that ridge and keep it up. And does. Now he's got to make the 4-footer, but, you know, what a short shot by Bobby Jones. All right, the Cupcake has to play the hill. He's aiming it to go long, but it's going to lose speed because it has to go up that sideboard. And he won't get it there. Caught it fat. And now he's got 33 feet for par. And there's talk about what they'll do. Koepka's going to go for this. It's Sunday. you get in, you're tied for the lead still. And he hit that like a hurricane against the Gulf Coast. He now has 16 feet for bogey. And it's still his turn. I don't know why that was applauded, Jamie. Well, this would be an all-world 5. 7 in 36 chance. Wow. So Dustin Johnson is now the solo leader of the Open Championship, and Bobby could be a 2-shot lead here in a second. No, Bobby Jones with it. So George Archer makes the turn at 9 under. Koepka at 9 under. 2 back of Dustin Johnson and Bobby Jones. Archer gets to 10, we'll pick him up. First look at the 6 today, 20 yards into the face of the wind, and right to left at 5. Johnson, who was told on his way to the tee that he is the solo leader. So it's an 8-iron. Pin front right. If you care about the baseball game that Mr. Waterfield's playing, it's Thurman Munson, top of the 6, solo shot, 1-0 New York. And George Archer looks better and better all the time. That's in the fescue. Good luck with that. Peter Thompson, 7-iron, avoids the bunkers. So you have to land this shot on a false front, aim it at a second tier, and kind of hope it doesn't go back. This is one of these 1 in 20 shots. Bob Rosberg says he's got no shot here and is asleep all the time. He'll be lucky to get out of here with a 5 at this point. Thompson with a good shot. All right. This would be an all-world par. He's going to putt it. He's going to lag it. And he was so steamed that he overhits the lag putt by 11 feet. You know, when most of us melt down in the privacy of our home, you know, maybe the spouse or the pet sees it. But when an athlete does it, the whole world watches. 11 and 36. This is to stay at 10 under. Yeah, we're going to pick up Archer here in a moment. Wow. So that's a 4. And here's Thompson. And he makes his par. And we'll pick up George Archer. Now to the 5th hole, Bobby Jones. Unaware of what's gone on in front of him. 6-iron. Does not realize he has a share of the lead again. Two good tee shots. All right, Jones first. He's getting 20 yards. Knock down 8-iron. "20 feet, solo lead." Koepka. Knock down 8. A little further back, but on the putting surface nonetheless. Koepka's going to lag this from 26 feet. This would be for a share. Jones, by the way, has 19 feet. 2 feet away. So this is for the solo lead at 10 under par. 1 in 6 chance. Oh. Oh, and he got the dreaded 2-4 roll, but got the right one. How you doing, SDG Replays? So, our first look at the 11th hole today, and George Archer, who is now 1 shot out of the lead. Julius Boros at 8 under through 7. Dustin Johnson and Bobby Jones. Five iron for Archer. 11th hole playing at 3-1-3. His playing partner is Adam Scott, who's 1 over par. Archer, 4 under today in these difficult conditions. A bogey at 1, and then quite a run. Birdies at 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And that is a good bingo. Today's weather big clue is hard, fast, and strong winds. So, when we came on the air, the scoring average for the day was over 73 again. Adam Scott, happy for the TV time. Yep. And so, if you played on the weekend, the average score is 6 over par. Now, it's a par 70, but still. Archer is going to go this to tie for the lead. Oh, he thought he had it. He thought he had it. Remains at 9. To the par 5 7th, which is a birdie hole, and Peter Thompson, who was in the thick of things when we started the round, is no longer in the thick of things. You're getting 20 off the tee and a crosswind right to left at 10. So Dustin Johnson, who is the co-leader, today playing at 434. This is a birdie hole. Hit the controlled drive. Just get it in play. Well, 352 and you chew off the dog leg. To the fact that you get to the dog thigh. He's got 230 to get home. Thompson. Eagle chance. Johnson 229. He's going to get 25 from the wind. So a 7 iron. And he's got 15 feet for eagle. And that would be a solo lead at 12 under par. 14 feet. 11 and 36. Blows it 4 feet past. If Dustin Johnson has an Achilles heel, it is with the flat stick. Peter Thompson can't hit his eagle. But he does stop the bleeding with the birdie. Now Johnson. Yep. So Dustin Johnson, solo leader at 11 under par through 7. Now Bobby Jones into this wind of 20 yards. The field played the 6th today in 3:08, which is pretty good, about par. 8 iron for Jones. Oh, okay. Well, that's a pretty good iron play, isn't it? About 10 feet. Okay, Koepka 2 back. And he lost that to the right. Should not be a difficult up and down from there, but... Or it might be. If he loses this left, he's going to have it roll off the green. This is one of these situations where he can make a 5 on this really easily. That rolled in the rough. Money still on Brooks. So he gathers his thoughts. Has to land this on the false front. Skip it up. And he's going to make, again, I think a 4 is a great score here. A 4 is a great score here. Now Jones, 12 feet down the hill, 1 in 4 chance to tie for the lead with Dustin Johnson. That's not a bad miss. And Koepka with the bogey. So, we're a third of the way through our coverage today. Bobby Jones trails Dustin Johnson by 1 shot. And so a reminder, if we do have a playoff, it'll be tomorrow night, 9 holes, 7:30. How do you have a 2-2 final? And if you're with us for our normal noontime streams, our next scheduled baseball game, this would be where you would play your favorite baseball theme, because I can't do music on here. The Royals and Texas Rangers for first place in the American League West, Tuesday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. That's 10 a.m. if you're in the Mountain Time Zone right here on Retro Sports Network. So to the 12th, the short par 4 12th, and let's see what Archer can do. Playing left to right 10, he's going to air this out. And leaves himself 104. You would have thought they would have told Adam Scott to brush your hair for picture day, don't you? Well, Adam Scott has that for birdie to get back to level. All right. Archer from 103. Green slopes from right to left. Cozy it up on the right, have it go down to the left. And Archer hits it too far. He still has about 18 feet for birdie, but this is one of those holes where you can make some hay instead of hitting it out of them. Still has 17 feet, 1 in 6 chance. 10 under to get to 1 back. Oh. Scott gets the level. All right, 8th hole. 30 yards into the wind. Thompson with the driver. He missed it left. So Dustin Johnson, the solo leader of the championship. Pin is front right. And I thought that was going to roll back on the fairway. It just missed. 167. That's all going to depend on the lie. Thompson's in the hayfield. Thompson's still in the hayfield, but he's in the walking path. Johnson. Oh. He's going to whack a 7-iron at this. And this could be pretty much anywhere. Well, when you're hot, you're hot. He was getting 5 yards. In fact, he got 10. And he's got 25-ish feet for birdie to expand his lead to 2. Thompson. Good chip. 10 feet or so for par. Johnson will lag this putt. Two-putt par. Thompson 12 feet to stay at 5 under. Nope. All right, the last group finds the 7th. Bobby Jones first off the tee. Turned it over too far left. Can get home depending on the lie. Koepka. Fairway. He will be able to get home. All right, taking a drink as Koepka thinks about his shot. 25 yards, 262. So 5-iron when I hit it. Get this close and he can be within 1. $18 feet, how about that? Jones is going to give this a run. 4-iron. It's one of those 50-50 shots. It could be good, it could be bad, but right now the ball's sitting up. It's all going to depend on his swing. And that's fine. So we got a good lie out of that rough. It blew it to the left, but up and down for birdie. A lot of green to work with. For Royal St. George's, a flat green. And a tap-in, well, not necessarily tap-in, but a birdie putt nonetheless. Okay, the cupcake for Eagle to get to 10 under. 7 in 36 chance here. You take a 2-putt birdie any chance you get. He's at 9. Boros is at 9. Archer is at 9. For a share of the lead at 11. We move up to the 13th hole, 459 yards. You're getting 30 yards off the tee. Three wood for George. With all the wind, yeah, I mean, I think the RNA would take this final round in a moment. Lots of drama. Yeah. You know, what was Olazabal going to shoot? Yeah, no, we'll bring in Boros depending on what happens here. And Archer does his best there, 178. Scott misses to the left, almost finds the 14th tee box. Archer 177. Gonna go with a 9-iron. Downwind. And 5 yards, 15 feet for birdie. So Archer in good shape. Sox and Yanks 2-2 after 11. Look at the movement on that ball. Scott has about 8 feet for par. All right, Archer from 15, 1 in 4 chance. This one's going to move to get to 10 under. He read it right. He had the line right, but not the speed. Good par for Scott. All right, back to the 9th hole. Downwind for the championship leader for 20 yards and left to right 10. So a 3 wood for Dustin. The 9th is playing at 408. And it blew it so hard to the right that he's in the rough. And if Johnson bogeys the hole, we'll definitely bring in Boros. Thompson was able to hit a wedge for a second. Has 18 feet for birdie. Well, DJ can get it there. Take a look at this green. The pin today, back right, almost in the flat. Will slope right to left. Don't lose it right. He'll never get it close. This is one of those scary, scary shots. Well, he blocked it. He blocked it right. It's on the green. He'll 2-putt for par and thank his lucky stars. It's actually considered a flat putt. Who do I blame if I go for this one, gang? Nobody. I'm just going to roll it out. You don't be stupid. Gardner or Bucky did. No. He wouldn't have made it. In fact, he might have missed it by 5 or 6 feet, so. Dustin Johnson with a 2-par. Now Thompson, Cliff Johnson, by the way, singled in Greg Nettles, so in the baseball game it's 3-2. Thompson 17 feet. This is to get to 5 under. Blows it 4 feet past. All right, Bobby Jones. He could drive this one all the way to London, I think. And he won't get it past the train station. The eighth playing at 4.30. Finds the fairway. 179. Kupka. Finds the fairway right down Broadway at 280. He's got 160 to get home. Jones 178. It will blow left to right 5 yards. 7 iron. Get this close. Well, he's on, and that's all he really cares about. Co-leader, about 35 to 40 feet for solo lead. So minus 15. The cupcake. Oh. You remember when we all had hair and we didn't want to get it cut until we fell asleep one morning when we weren't feeling all that well, maybe because of some alcohol-induced drinking thing, and you went to put a comb through it and you cut your hair that next day because it got tangled 4 or 5 times, and that's just not the way you want to wake up? That's the lie from the cupcake right now. He's going to land this on a ridge, and because you would remember having to your hair being pulled, but Brad, you might like that, so we won't say anything if you do. Yeah, good luck with this. It's what you did drinking that you don't remember. Your hair was never that long. That's about as good as you're going to get from there. Mine was curly. So Koepka's got about 10 feet for par. Now Bobby Jones will lag this from 36. He's got 4 feet for par. You never want to leave those little 4-footers. Koepka for 10 feet, about a 50-50 chance. If you want to be technical, 17 and 36. And if you want to know the percentage, calculator is on your computer. No. So he goes 3 back. Now Jones for the solo lead, or the co-lead at 11 under. He does. Boros is at 9, so we're going to go pick him up. All right. So we'll skip Scott. We're going to lose 25 off the tee here. Left to right at 10. Controlled drive for Archer. Remember, that's out of bounds all along the right. And I forget who it was yesterday. Hit it out of bounds. Well, the good guys won. Petrocelli, a walk-off 2-run shot off of Sparky Lyle with 2 out. And the Red Sox have beaten the Yankees 4-3. Makes up for the Red Sox losing to the Orioles yesterday in front of, well, the photographers look nice. And Archer got a fortuitous kick. That was headed out of bounds. It hit the fairway and undulated back towards the center. He cannot get home in 2. He can, however, put this where you can spin a wedgie in. He underhits this. Those bunkers are in play. He does not underhit it. And he has 30 yards up and down for birdie. Scott didn't go for it either. I'm surprised. All right. 31 yards. It will go from left to right, but the slope is not horrible, horrible, horrible. And George Archer has that to get to 10 under. And Adam Scott has that. 6 walks and 6 strikeouts for Gullett over 8 2/3. So this is for 10 under. 1 back. I was thinking that we'd be done by about 2 o'clock Eastern. Guess what? We're not. 11th hole, playing 25 yards downwind. Boros and Palmer are playing together today. Julie, 220 is what I'm looking for. Knockdown 5-iron for Julie. And he underhit it. He absolutely positively underhit it. Palmer with a 5. Okay, Boros. 39 yards. Oh, what a shot! It's in the hole! He made a 2! Are you kidding me? 117-foot pitch shot. And Boros is at 10 under par. And the wife is now awake in the other room. That thing was going to roll about 7-8 feet past. Wow. Now Palmer, a 2-putt lag. I wish I could show that to you again. That might be the most unlikely 2 you're ever going to see. Johnson, Jones, Archer, Boros. You're right. It just keeps getting more interesting. All within 1 of each other. There's no replay function. I would love to show you that shot again. Wow. Here's the 10th hole. I don't think we've shown you the 10th today. DJ in the lead, tied with Jones. Going to lose 30 off the tee here. They all heard it on the course. Wow. Okay, DJ is on the fairway here on 10. So is Thompson, who hit the driver. Okay, 127. Playing right to left. He's losing 10. So he's got the right club. It's a sand wedge. And they heard the noise, and Johnson now sees the 10 go up on the board for Boros. But they haven't told him yet how he did it. But he's got about 10 feet on his own to get to 12. Oh, Thompson just missed a birdie putt. All right, 11 and 36. Very tough putt. Did what he could. Scoring average on 10 today, 4.37. Oh. 5 feet for par. Dead solid, perfect. Okay, the last group reaches the 9th hole. 3 wood for the co-leader, Bobby Jones. He's playing at 408. You put in the fairway, he should be able to spin this for a birdie chance. Provided you find the fairway. Now the cupcake. It just hits it even deeper in the rough. Okay, Jones can spin the wedge in. The last look of the 9th green. Going right at the flag. But again, it really depends on the grass around the ball and Jones's ability to make contact. And I have a feeling that Dustin Johnson is about to be the solo leader here, because Bobby now has to negotiate that slope in the rough. He got too much ball. Koepka has to keep this on the straight and narrow. And he's just going to take the safe play. They got under it. That got too much grass. So Jones, well, up and down for par, has to negotiate the slope. But if he can put it right on the top of the slope, it will roll down towards the hole right to left. Like that. Well, it'll be a tester, but who hasn't been tested today? It's 7 feet for par. Koepka rolled that lag within 2. Stays within 3. 7 feet, 13 and 18 chance. We'll pretend you can read that up there. This is to stay with a share of the lead. Koepka, a first side of 39. They are big, Dave. They are. And Jones in 36. And we'll be back with the second half, the back 9 here at Royal St. George's right after this message. And a word from your local station. Well, that's going to look great on YouTube, you know that? Anyway, so for the second day in a row, the winds have kept up. The course is playing fast, and 4 people are chasing the British Open Championship. Dustin Johnson, Bobby Jones, Julius Boros, who just made the most amazing 100-foot chip shot you'll ever see, and George Archer. And so we'll feature all four of them and Brooks Koepka over the next hour and change and so. And don't forget, next Friday night, right here, if the game is released, Action PC Hockey 2020, a virtual unboxing. And so we'll take a look at how the scenario works, how the drafting thing works, and all the new changes for Action PC Hockey 2020, and talk to you about our new hockey project this fall as we have Hockey Night in Burlington. Adam Scott will take the tee off of 15. But we're focused on Archer. Minus 10 and a crosswind at 25 right to left. So Archer, we're going to aim at the bunker on the right here. And as Mr. Waterfield knows, if you aim it at the bunker, it won't go in. That pin, by the way, is in the right center in front of a false front. Archer within 1. He avoids the bunker on the left. He's got 295 off the tee. And it's still his turn. 198. Six iron. He'll do that just fine. Par is fine. The 15th is playing at a stroke average of 4.40. If you're joining us late, don't worry about the golfers that we're just kind of talking over. They're not in the championship fight. Scott, by the way, about 70 feet for par. All right, Archer, 40 feet. Don't putt it, Ronnie Leggett. To putt this, stay at 10 under. Good shot. 3 feet. Scott slips to level. Archer, a good short putter, so really a 98% chance he makes this. So Archer stays at 10 under. Tribe fan, how are you? Good afternoon. Now Boros. With his miracle birdie on 11 is now one back. I love this 12th hole. You can be so aggressive here if you want. He's going to have 104 for his second. What's Palmer? Palmer's playing the driver. All right, Boros from 103. Hard slope right to left. The closer you get to the left edge, the more the slope. 102 yards. Well, Julie has that to tie for the lead at 11 under par. And Palmer, that's going to run. He's got 18 feet right down the hill. What a 1 in 4 chance for Arnie. Nope. All right, 6 feet for Julie. This is a tie for the lead. 5 and 9 chance. Oh, that might bite him. Well, you know, if you had to do a par and a birdie, on those last 2 holes, you take your par on 11 and you birdie 12, so it really doesn't hurt. But that's one you want. Dustin Johnson now, 11th tee. Getting 25. Hoping to get there with a 6-iron. Co-leader with Bobby Jones if you joined us late. "35 feet or so, does the right thing. Hit it to, oh, are you kidding? That thing rolled 25 yards into the bunker. It was a fantastic play. All right, this will be a do I go or do I lag? 36 feet. And Johnson's thinking. He's going to go. We're blaming Bucky Dent if he doesn't make it, okay? Okay, we're blaming Bucky here. He made it! 36 feet. And Dustin Johnson is the solo leader of the Open Championship. No guts, no glory. And it's a 2-shot lead over George Archer, Julius Boros, and Bobby Jones. So to the 10th, Koepka. Yep. Reminder, playoff would be 7:30 tomorrow night, 9 holes. And Koepka has that roll into the rough from 134. Jones heard the roar. Stroke average of 4.37 here on the 10th. And Bobby hits it 291. So he'll be able to spin a wedge in there. Now the Koepka, 133 with a pitching wedge. But it's a hard wedge. It's not, you can't spin it. He's on. Jones to get within 1 here. This is on a ridge, on a downslope. So it's an all uphill shot for Jones. That's pretty good. So Bobby's going to be within 1. Koepka 30 feet. This one you're not going for. So Bobby saw the 12 go up on the board as he walked to the 10th green. And he's broken away from Archer and Boros. And so he's at 11 under par, 1 back. My goodness gracious, what an afternoon of golf we have for you lined up. And so Mr. Archer kind of needs some things now to happen behind him. A first look at 16, playing 20 yards into the wind here. The Engraver, if you've ever watched the Open Championship. Oh, big clue, I hope that's not an emergency, buddy. Puppy to the vet on a Sunday's never a good thing. The Engraver at this point usually starts to engrave who he thinks the winner is going to be into the claret jug. They have put the engraving tools into a Ziploc bag and say, don't you even dare. Archer nearly puts that in on the fly, and it bounces 10 yards past. But Archer at least will be pitching from the fairway. May putt this. He's thinking he's going to pitch it up the hill. Oh, George. 3 yards past. Scott DeLag. Archer 9 feet for par. And if he misses, although he's got a 5 and 9 chance here, we'll drop Archer so we can speed this up just a little bit. George says, no, I like my TV time. He makes a 9-footer for par. Shakes the head, gives a little wink. In the hunt. 13, Boros, 25 yards downwind. 3 wood. Not dead yet, says Jamie. Kind of bumped to the right, but 158 to the pin. So Julie in good shape. And now Arnold Palmer, who somehow finds a way into our telecasts, whether he's in contention or not. A driver for Arnie here. He's going to get 30 yards. I would think that those 3 bunkers there are in play, the ones towards the green. They would have if it hadn't bounced, right? Right, Boros, 157. He's getting 15. So the pitching wedge. Ooh. Ooh. That was not supposed to blow either way. The Tribe get a 2-out hit. In their real game. Now Palmer. They lead 1-0. All right. Palmer hit the ridge. The good news for Boros with this pitch shot is, well, it's going to land it downhill and then run that slope. So he can aim it right at the flag. Already holed one in from off the green today. Okay, well, 14 feet for par. Now Palmer going to hit this over the ridge, 42 feet. And he did what Tom Watson did on this hole on Thursday in our coverage, just kind of left it on the top. Now 21 feet down the hill. He will go for it. And make it. So Palmer stays at 6 under. Now Boros, 14 feet. This is a difficult, slippery little thing. 2 and 9 chance here. And curled it around. He slips to 9. And now back to what Mark Twain called a good walk wasted. It's a John Feinstein book, A Good Walk Spoiled. All right, Dustin Johnson, the leader, 12 under par. We're going to drop Boros because he's 3 shots back. Johnson, a birdie hole here. He hit that so hard and so far to the right, he's got 62 yards to the pin. That's like going out in high school to your car to have a cigarette and finding the principal doing the same thing in the car next to you. That was the prudent play. Thompson. Okay, 62 yards for DJ. He's in a good position here to get to 13 under and really put this championship on his own terms. Leave it a yard short to the right, and let's see what we can do. Leads by 1, and he underhits it. He underhits it, and now it's 20 feet. As 21 feet he will go. Nothing gained, nothing ventured here. Blows it 4 feet past. Thompson for birdie. 5 under, 7 back. Well, Peter's just run out of holes. Johnson, one of the worst short putters ever, but makes that and stays at 12 under. The last group is on 11. Jones getting 25. 6 iron. He'll take that. He's within 20 feet, or about 20 feet for the lead, or a tie for the lead. Kupka needs something, and he needs it right now. 6. Five more yards, he'd have been thrilled with that. He's going to go from 39. He really is in a position now where it's put up or shut up time. He gave it a good run, 4 feet. Now Jones is going to lag, and the reason I'm going to do it, you look up in the right there in that putting chart, the end, it's 4 for go and 4 for lag, so don't be stupid. You want to know the dice rolls? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 6, 6. So doubles gives him a share. Two putt par. Now Archer at the 17th, 30 yards into the wind. Driver in hand, and the 17th is playing at 4.38. Left to right 5. And Archer hits at 285. True story, first time I ever played a Masters, and this was with All-Star Golf 1. This is the 3rd version. George Archer won it. You know, I got Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods and Arnold Palmer and all that. No, George Archer. Okay, 15 yards to the bad for Archer here, so 160. A 9 iron for Archer. I would think, gang, that 10 under would be a good score to post. Archer might post 11 under. He's got 6 yards to the pin. All right, 16 feet, 1 in 6 chance down the hill to get within 1 with 1 left. Oh. Tap it in. There you go. And Adam Scott misses his little nudger, and so he'll go over par for the championship. $13. Thompson to play. He's going with the driver. I don't like that play. I think I just puts those 3 bunkers. So it's 353 to the bunker. And Johnson could get there easily. So definitely a 3-wood. And, oh. I told you 10 under might be a good score to post. Dustin Johnson is in that pop bunker with 177. And it's his turn again. He's going with a 9. There is one roll, gang, where he can whiff this ball. He can absolutely whiff this ball. He does not whiff it. He hits it dead solid perfect. He's got about 15 to 18 feet for a birdie. What a shot by Dustin Johnson on 13. All right, 16 feet, a 1 in 4 chance. This would give him a 2-shot lead with the birdieable par 5 to come. Or blow it 6 feet past. There's some days you feel like, you know, you got it in the bag, and there are others you feel like you're watching Mary Hartman. And for Dustin Johnson, that's there. Oh, Olivia de Havilland passes away. The last living actor from Gone with the Wind. Beautiful woman. Day after Regis Philbin passes away. She was 104. So Johnson 6 feet. 23 and 36 chance of making this. He does. I can tell you Burrows parred the 14th, so this really is a 3-horse race between Johnson, Jones, and Archer. Peter Thompson blows the short par. Now the last group on 12. Jones with the driver, absolutely the right shot, 90 yards. Koepka, really his last chance to make a move, I think, is right here. And he pulls the driver left. 142 in the fescue. Going to play an 8. And Koepka's open is gone. He's got 50 yards. What a life, 104 for sure. Bobby Jones, you've seen this shot a lot the last 4 days. It really is just kind of aim it a touch to the right, have the slope work its magic, and get it close. Don't hit it so hard, Bobby. 15 feet or so for a share of the lead. Koepka has no choice but to lob it. Lorenzo, how are you? Koepka gets it on the green, but he's got 20 feet for par. And a 7 in 36 chance. Nope, that's his open right there. So we'll drop Koepka. The computer will play him out the rest of the way. All right, Jones for a share of the lead. 1 in 4 chance. 15 feet. It's Jones, George Archer, and Dustin Johnson for the claret jug. Oh. Jones chews on his lip for a second. And makes the par. So we'll let you look at that for a second. And so we'll just throw this up there. If we are tied after the end of the day today, we're doing a modified playoff. Currently today it's a 3-hole and then sudden death, but we will do a 9-hole playoff tomorrow night. You get this, Lorenzo? Because you yell at me if I never tell you these things. At 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific Time. And so that would be the Open Championship playoff, if necessary. 9 holes, 7:30 Eastern tomorrow night, 4:30 Eastern on the West Coast. And if we are still tied through 9 holes, then we would play the front side and sudden death there. So that's the stakes for you if we do not get a champion today. So Dustin Johnson, Bobby Jones, and George Archer. And Archer goes to the 18th. Crosswind to 20 left to right. Controlled drive for George. Archer is 5 under. Conditions are hard. At the last time I looked, the course was playing at 73. Archer birdies 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 14. And a bogey on 1. And this is to post 10 under. He lost that left. He's got 186 out of bounds behind the green. Adam Scott hits the ideal tee shot, but we're not concerned. Archer cannot get home in 2. I don't think. Eddie Ballgame, thank you so much for the gifted game, my friend. We'll give that a run later on. I was watching some videos from that last night. That looks fun. All right, Archer. That bunker, by the way, on the left is in play. Again, this is to post 10 under. That is absolutely fine. Get up and down, get your number in, and wait for Jones and Johnson to do their thing. Archer. Quadriga, which is a Steam game. It is a management racing game for Roman chariots. And I was watching Das Tactic play last night. The fact that you can injure your other horses, that's great. There's some Blood Bowl to that. All right, let's focus on Archer here. Gonna aim this a yard to the right. Get up and down, make your par. Well, he got up and down. He's got an uphill putt from 7-8 feet. I think that's more than he wanted to. But anytime you're putting for par here. Well, Scott's done. 2 over. Scott shot a 76 today. Now Archer. This is the post. 5 and 9 chance here for Archer. 10 under's in. So you're going to have to finish at 10 under or better. And so the Open Championship, Dustin Johnson and Bobby Jones, they now know the target. As Johnson goes to the par 5 14th, 312 yards, 25 yards in the wind. Playing left to right. He nearly hits it too hard. He somehow, even with a 30-yard headwind, nailed that 290 in the air. He's got 224 to get home. I mean, Peter Thompson had to go the long drive chart and didn't hit it as far as Johnson did. Careful, there's out of bounds to the right. All the way down the line. He's losing 20. Knockdown 4-iron for Dustin. Well, 2 putts for a birdie is pretty good. Thompson whiffs the pitch. And in fact, I don't know, he went that one all of 4 yards. Try this again, Peter. There you go. All right, 42 feet for eagle. You do not need to get cute with this. Get your birdie and force Bobby Jones's hand. Dustin Johnson still controls his own destiny. Good lag. And a 2-putt birdie, 13 under. Now Bobby Jones downwind. Two back, but 2 downhill and potential birdie holes right here. So the 3 wood, once 305 off the tee. Now the computer plays Koepka. And Brooks hit that one all the way to Scotland. He just jolted that one 382 yards. That was like 1,100 feet. So Jones just kind of snickers back there. Pitching wedge should get him close. 15 yards downwind. He overhit it. Even without he overhit it. But he's got 20 feet or so. Well, if you jam it to 88 yards, you should be able to spin this in pretty close, Cupcake. And length isn't everything. In fact, I think he's farther away than Jones. Yeah, he is. By a foot. So Jones, 5 and 36. This is to get within 2. 15th hole, Dustin Johnson. Look at the crosswind, a 25-yard crosswind. Boros, by the way, is at 9 under. Palmer at 7 under. This course just tightened right up over the weekend. The key for Johnson is, and I'm not kidding, are those bunkers on the left-hand side. False front on the green. Johnson negotiates that extremely well. I think if Johnson pars out, the Open Championship is his. And I can tell you, he's got 15-yard crosswind. I can tell you, if Dustin Johnson wins this, you will see him in the opening round at Harding Park for the PGA, playing with Kerry Middlecoff and Jose Maria Olazabal, because they are the other two major championship winners this year. That held. Unbelievable. He got that to hold on the false front. On the fairway. That must have... There's... I don't know what's holding that there. That should have rolled 20 yards down the hill. All right, so Peter Thompson has that for par. 15 feet for birdie. This would be, I mean, the hole's playing at 438. An unlikely bird. Yeah, you take the par and run. Bobby Jones put some pressure on Johnson with the birdie here. He likes that. 273, might be able to. Koepka's length has been good all week, but the short irons have not been his friend. Now Jones 272. He's got a 3-wood in hand. Right is out of bounds. He's aiming left edge of the fairway. Or left edge of the green, rather. A 3 here would tie him for the lead. A 4 is what he's looking for. He rolls out really well. Okay, this is for Eagle. You guys have gone awful quiet all of a sudden. 14 yards. He wants to land us about a yard short. This is holeable. This is makeable. This for a share. Well, that kissed the pin. It's going to take that inch for birdie and get within 1. That, told you it was. Kept it with a little bit of money right there to get back to 8. So Johnson and Jones and Archer's posted 10 under. But Dustin and Bobby, 1 hole apart, have a tale to tell. We go to the 16th. And Dustin Johnson, 8 iron. Pin is accessible. 16th is playing today at 168 yards and an average of 328. It hit the pin! Are you kidding me? It hit the pin! Wow. Well, Peter Thompson just trying to get out of his way right now. 56. Kind of unlucky, actually. That rolled about 6 feet away from Dustin. Still hasn't had a chance to putt yet. We count that as a hole in prairie golf. All right, needs to recover some thoughts here. 5-9 chance for Mr. Johnson right here. This is to get the 14. Yes. So Archer starts to pack his bags. The engraver says that Dustin Johnson's a common spelling, right? Bobby Jones. Again. Right to left at 25. 2 shots is not insurmountable, but we've played the birdie holes. That is in play. That's all he cares about. He's got 187. Jones is 1 under today on a course that's playing 3 over. So it's not like Bobby has struggled at all. And on a weekend where 6 over is the average score, he's 7 under. Yes, I was thinking that. We're not at Whistling Straits, one of my favorite PGA venues, by the way. The cupcake showing why power is everything. 372. But making clear for Jones. Going to lose 5. All right to left at 15. 7 iron. Anything you two can do, I can do better. 3 yards for Bobby. He's got a birdie chance. All right, Kupka first from 14 to get to 9 under. He might actually salvage a decent champion. Well, it's been a good championship. Yep. So he goes to 9. That has him in a tie for 4th. And now Jones, 8 feet. Not quite 50-50. To get within 1. This is for 13 under par. Well, well, well. As Tribe fans said a few minutes ago, a good fight to the finish here. 3 holes left. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Excuse me. All right. Dustin Johnson looks at the board, sees the birdie for Jones. Driver a little bit aimed to the left. 17 playing at 439 today. That's the stroke average. And the hole itself at 429 yards. Oh, he likes it. He likes it. He should. 292, 140 to the flag. Thompson to hit first. 20 yards into the wind. He's got an 8 iron. And Peter hit that way too hard. All right, Johnson, 139. Right to left, 5. 155? Going to chance it with the pitching wedge. False front. That's what should have happened to him before. All right, a lot of green to work with here. I'm going to take a drink real quick as we cross the 2 o'clock hour here in the east. 11 a.m. on the west coast. Omen's Call, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. So, you saw the false front. And I'm being told 12:05 Mountain Time, just in case I leave anybody out. And if you really want to get pedantic, it's 1:05 in Chicago. So he has to land it over the top there, and then that pin is kind of on a split on a ridge. 3 o'clock in the Atlantic time zone. 3:30 in Newfoundland. Anyone else want to play? All right, so Johnson here. Thank you, my friend. Oh, he hit it short. He hit it short. 6 yards. That's 18 feet. Left for par. Thompson runs his well past the hole. It's still Peter's turn. Never what you want to hear. He's got 20 feet for par. All right. Okay, Dustin. 2 of 9 chance here. Straight up the hill. Don't make a 6. Doesn't have much of a choice. Under 20 feet, you're putting. You can't lag it. This is the par putt of his life right here. Good effort. Cleans up the bogue, and we're tied. All right, Bobby Jones on the 16th tee does not know what's happened. An 8-iron here. He is... We'll post this. I know you really can't read it. Dustin Johnson 13 under through 17. Bobby Jones 13 under through 15. Julie finishes at 9 under. McElroy and Palmer 5 under. They're tied for 6th. They're done. Sam Snead, Tom Watson, and Vijay Singh get top 10s here at 4 under par. But right now, it's on the 8-iron of Bobby Jones. And he has found a bunker, a deep bunker, and has given Dustin Johnson, who is heading to the 18th tee, a lifeline. Koepka finds the putting surface. So the lob shot, remember, in Jones's first trip to St. Andrews, he got into one of these pot bunkers and couldn't get out of it, to the point where he ripped up his scorecard. You do that today, he's going to be missing about $1 million. Just anywhere within 6 or 7 feet. All right, he'll take it. He's got about 10. $11 feet, a 1 in 4 chance down the hill to stay tied for the Open Championship lead of 13 under. Just short. All right. Dustin Johnson comes to the 18th tee, and he now sees the score posted. 20 yards left to right, minus 15 on the driver. But it's so long, it's 459 on the card. Today playing it looks like about 469, that you have to go with the driver. Out of bounds won't matter on this shot. All the pressure will be on Bobby Jones if Johnson can make a 4. How did he keep that out of the bunker? He somehow smashes that 323 down the right side, and much like kind of roll a shopping cart to a top of a flight of stairs, Johnson put the brakes on just... Oh my gosh, wow. Anyway, you get the visual there. He'll have 144. And the engraver starts with a D. Peter Thompson misses. All right, so Thompson will lie through. That won't even stay. All right, Johnson 144. He's going to go left to right 10. He's losing 5. Pitching wedge is the right club. I don't think he can put it out of bounds here, even if he wanted to. On the green, 2-putt. And the worst he can do is Monday night at 7:30 here on Retro Sports Network. Eight feet. And the carver, the engraver, has an S and a T on the jug. And now he's got to think about it, because Peter Thompson has just made a right old mess here. All right, 7 feet. Right now on that jug it says dust. 23 and 36. And he can do no worse than 1 to 3 feet. 14 under par. And 1 hand and 1 Dustin already engraved on the jug. Dustin Johnson has given a command performance this weekend. And really, almost a wire-to-wire performance. Despite the bogey on 17, it's a 4 under 66. He was out in 34. He was in 32. And he did it on 113 putts. He hit 73.6% of his greens. And somehow, despite conditions that were horrible all weekend, breaks par every day. A 67, a 65, a 68, and a 66 for a 4-round total of 266. It's not done and dusted yet, but Bobby Jones needs a birdie finish to force a playoff. Wayne Gretzky and his daughter Paulina and his mommy-in-law Janet have joined him in the scorer's tent And this would be if we actually could call TV shots where you'd sit there and watch Dustin chew his fingernails while Bobby plays the 17th. Driver in hand. He really has no choice. He knows the situation. He finds the fairway. These are the last two golfers on the course. Koepka just trying to play just to get this done. The scoring average here on 17 is 4.40. Jones has about a 175-yard shot with the wind figured in. It's a knockdown 8. He hits it too hard. The J and the O go on the jug. Jones cannot do worse than a par here. He's got to split the ridge, aim it a little bit to the left, and maybe with the right balance he could hold this. But do not do worse than a 4. $18 feet. $16 feet. 5 and 36. Jones takes his time, like I'd be reading a Dodger score during the week. Dustin Johnson is the champion golfer of the year. And so Bobby Jones just kind of shakes his head. You had to be aggressive. You are, 16, 17, and 18 are holes that you cannot be aggressive. And I'm just trying to thinking back now. You see that bunker on the right there, where if that ball had rolled 2 more feet, Johnson's playing the second out of the bunker. He'd have to hold this. That's where I thought Johnson's shot should have landed. So Jones will have 180. Oh, Koepka finds the green. Koepka's been in, don't care mode. All right, Jones, 175. Eight iron. He would have had to hold a shot to get in. And so there may be no crying in baseball, which is a load of malarkey. But Dustin Johnson's head is in his hands, being surrounded by family and friends and pats on the back, as Bobby Jones has done a whale of an effort. I mean, this has been, I think, certainly better than the U.S. Open final round. Well, he would have made it interesting now, wouldn't he? He's got 7, 8 feet for birdie. So, as I said, when we do the Harding Park for the PGA, you'll see on Thursday Kerry Middlecoff, Jose Maria Olazabal, and now Dustin Johnson. His name is on the trophy. Koepka nearly holds the 27-footer for birdie. Brooks is going, now you'd go in for me. And so Jones is 9 feet, 17 of 36 here. Just about 50-50. He has solo second. What an effort for Bobby Jones. And he left it short. So Dustin Johnson has won by 3 shots, and boy, did it not feel that way. Bobby Jones shoots an even par 70, and there's no crying about that. Bogeys at 16 and 17. When you know you have to be aggressive, it's just not going to work. And he did the same thing yesterday. He shoots 71, 64, 64, and 70. And Bobby Jones will take his $500,000 and cry all the way to San Francisco. For the week, this place played at 71.40. Today, it of course eased up when the better golfers hit the course. It played at 72.80. 54% hit the fairways and 62% of the shots hit the greens. I'm that button. Okay. And so, guys, hey, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed all 4 rounds of this. This certainly, I think, was the best of the 3 majors so far, although Palmer's charge at the Masters was pretty good. Hey, let's say we do this again in about 3 weeks, shall we? In San Francisco for the PGA Championship. So, Dustin Johnson has won the British Open Championship. Don't think that 3-shot lead win will fool you. Kind of like Olazabal won in the Open by 2 or whatever it was. He earned it. 14 under par, 266. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or Monday. I'm Ron Juckett. We're taping Digital Dice tomorrow after lunch. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for watching and all the kind words and follows. We'll talk to you tomorrow for something or other. Have fun. Good night.